All right, this is round two, video two. The last video, I'm sick, but this is the different one. This is another death battle. Like I said, I'm still going through that whole list of videos that I showed you. Other videos. I might alternate. I might do some different ones in between each of those, but I'm definitely still going to react to those death battles. But this one we have, I think, probably one of the most controversial ones that everyone will debate about, which is Naruto versus Ichigo. I'm not gonna say too much. I think Naruto's gonna win, but Ichigo's tough. Ichigo's tough. Like, I'm a Bleach fan, so don't even get on me. I'm a Bleach fan, but Naruto got it. I think he got better feats or whatever. But yeah, let's get into this.
Holy shonen
heroes to throw down.
Naruto Uzumaki, ninja prodigy of the Hidden Leaf.
And Ichigo Kurosaki, the enormously powerful Soul Reaper from Bleach. He's whiz high boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons on
I'm about to say, it glitched on me for a second.
Konoha. The village hidden in the leaves is a pretty quiet town.
Not what I'd expect for a city full of ninja. Still, there was at least one troublemaker among the bunch. The number one knucklehead ninja, Naruto Uzumaki.
I'm home, everyone! Naruto Uzumaki has returned to the Hidden Leaf Village!
Orphaned at a young age and ostracized by his peers, Naruto may have been mischievous, but he had great aspirations. His goal was to become the town's Hokage.
Which is a fancy word for ninja governor.
The only way Naruto could reach such a prestigious position was to excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter, though he should really find a place that'll teach.
Excel in ninja school.
Like Ninja Harry Potter, though he should really find a place that'll teach him not to dress like a clown and run like a real human being. What does he think he is, an airplane?
Actually, his posture likely decreases wind resistance, which could be beneficial when moving at superhuman speeds where angular momentum is a smaller factor.
I remember when you ran like that in middle school.
Hey, that was for research.
Sure, Wiz. Anyway, while Naruto wasn't the best student, he still tried his hardest to reach his goal. But first, he'd have to learn how to control his chakra.
In Buddhism and Hinduism ideologies, chakras are, in simplistic terms, gates within the human body which can be opened to achieve enlightenment.
Side note, this is something totally different. I got a friend, his name is SketchGod6 on YouTube. I'll show y'all his stuff, but he got something similar to that in his story called Path of the Ronin. So y'all go check out his YouTube channel and his TikToks and all of that. Y'all need to tell him to lock in and make that story. I'm telling you, like, I'm tired of waiting. You still only have a chapter 0. I need chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And if he's gonna watch this video, Ace slams, and he's gonna know what that means.
But the ninja in Naruto's world had a slightly different interpretation.
Oh, see, they weaponized it. Naruto can use chakra for all sorts of flashy attacks. He can heal himself, seal monsters away, walk up walls, or even stand on water like a ninja Jesus.
He's learned a number of chakra techniques, or jutsus,
Gesundheit.
and even developed a few new ones of his own.
Yeah?
His signature move is the Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Where he can copy and paste himself over and over and over again.
Unlike the standard clone technique, Shadow Clones are tangible with their own combat capabilities. By dividing his chakra between himself and his clones, it's nearly impossible to distinguish the real Naruto from the fakes.
And he can get pretty tricky when he makes thousands of them. But when strategies can't save the day, he can always just beat his opponents down with the Rasengan.
By spinning chakra in his hand, Naruto creates a compact ball of energy which can blast through solid stone. While the Rasengan usually takes years to learn, Naruto figured it out after training for just over a week.
He's invented more Rasengans than Willy Wonka's invented candies. But his top pick is the Rasen Shuriken. By combining the Rasengan with the element of wind, he uses it to turn the spinning ball into a spinning blade. This baby can trap you in a vortex of wind so sharp, it'll mess you up at a cellular level.
Naruto has plenty of other techniques up his orange sleeves, including summoning, substitution, and transformation jutsus. He can even transform into a naked woman.
Ho 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 ho! Looks like he's been studying. On ya.
While most individuals have chakra, everyone has a limit. The more physical and spiritual energy one possesses, the more chakra they'll have at their disposal.
Just like the gas tank from a chainsaw.
Thanks to his heritage, Naruto already has a great deal of chakra. Even still, he has far more than he reasonably should, all thanks to the beast within.
Yeah, he's got a monster in his stomach.
Let's backtrack a few years. On the day of Naruto's birth, his village was attacked by a chakra beast known as the Nine-Tailed Fox. A monster so destructive, a mere swing of its tails could level a mountain. In desperation, the Hokage at the time sacrificed himself to split the Nine Tails in two, sealing one half within his own son, Naruto.
So his first ever birthday gift to his son was a giant pet fox that can destroy cities? I wish he was my dad.
Eventually, Naruto discovered how to communicate with the Nine Tails.
They didn't get along at first. Foxy would threaten to eat Naruto. Naruto would whack him over the head with a big shrine gate. You know, typical roommate drama. Still, they eventually became friends, and Naruto learned the fox's name was Kurama.
Afterward, Kurama willingly shared his chakra with Naruto on a regular basis. And as a being composed of chakra, Kurama's reserves are gigantic.
With so much power at his fingertips, Naruto can enter a bunch of different super forms. First up is Sage Mode, which sounds like something he'd learned from an old wise man or wizard, right? Nope, he learned it from a frog.
This state increases all of Naruto's physical abilities. Furthermore, Sage Mode allows Naruto to perceive the entire area around him and tap into naturally occurring energy via Senjutsu.
He can enhance his chakra attacks by adding natural energy, but if he's not careful, he'll turn into a frog. No, I'm not kidding.
With Kurama's chakra, Naruto can enter multiple tailed beast forms, which drastically increases physical prowess and energy output.
Best of which is the Nine Tails Chakra Mode. Flame on! It got even better when he befriended Mr. Fox, upgrading to the stronger, faster, tougher Kurama Chakra Mode.
Chakra Mode grants Naruto extra protection, a sense for negative emotions, and the ability to create additional chakra arms.
Whoa, that's a lot of hands. Gotta wonder what kind of things he does with those, right?
Overwhelming attacks, extra maneuverability, creating Rasen shurikens, the works.
Yeah, that's not what I was. Creepy tiny head.
He can also shroud himself in a nine-tails-sized avatar and use Kurama's ultimate attack, the Tailed Beast Bomb. So destructive it can level a mountain range.
And for his final form, it's spoiler time. Pay attention, cause yeah. All this chakra stuff started with an alien named Kaguya, who ate a fruit which basically created chakra. Later, she got up.
Mind you, an alien or a multi-dimensional being. So I'm telling you, like, I could scale Naruto to either like multi-planetary to a universal level. But hey.
Her happy, so her son stopped her. One of these sons, the Sage of Six Paths, had his own son named Ashura, and Naruto is a reincarnation of him. So yeah, Naruto's kind of an alien.
Through this connection, Naruto was gifted the most divine form of energy, Six Paths Chakra. With it, he can enter Six Paths Sage Mode.
His strength gets boosted even more. He can fly, and he can use truth-seeking balls, which are orbs of chakra that can transform into weapons and destroy anything they touch.
He can combine all these forms and further add natural.
Mind you, those truth-seeking orbs can erase things from existence. So, and not only that he was able to use them, he was able to, his level of durability was able to kick one of those truth-seeking orbs that Madara threw as Might Guy. So yeah.
Energy to his Kurama avatar to form Six Paths Ashura Kurama Sage Mode. Ooh.
Good God, that's a confusing amount of forms. Anyway, Naruto is also an expert in hand-to-hand combat and could run faster than the eye could see when he was just 12 years old.
He's dodged a lightning speed punch from the fourth Raikage, a feat considered comparable to his father, who could teleport.
He even dodged this light-speed loogie.
According to the 4th databook, this Light Fang attack does indeed move at light speed, over 670 million miles per hour.
He's tough enough to survive getting stabbed, have his soul ripped out, or get smacked in the face with a beam that can slice the frickin' moon apart.
I got a post.
And mind you, he can also coating his self in his chakra. He can also pierce through your soul as well.
He's fought multiple tailed beasts at once, lifted a statue weighing several hundred tons, survived a fall from the clouds, gone toe-to-toe with invisible limbo shadows, and pulverized 6 falling meteorites simultaneously. His chakra is so tough he can power through Amaterasu, a fire jutsu with flames so strong they burn other flames.
He can even make new eyeballs for blind people. What's up with that? Oh, and in his final fight with rival and possibly closet boyfriend Sasuke, their opposing power was so great they obliterated miles upon miles of land, changing the weather and disintegrating a lake.
Only then, after defeating Sasuke, saving the world from Kaguya, and reuniting the split halves of Kurama, Naruto finally achieved his dream and became Hokage.
But he's still pretty dumb. I mean, he named his son Burrito.
Boruto.
Yeah, close enough.
I'm not gonna run away! Never go back on my word! That's my ninja! My ninja way!
Shinigami.
I feel like they're gonna get this to Ichigo. Mind you, Ichigo and them and the other Soul Reapers, let's be real, they're really just invisible people because they can barely phase through solid objects. And they're supposed to be 4D constructs, you know. So they're not even ghosts for real. They're just invisible people. And then even normal people with just a little bit more Ryatsu can sense them. So, and then look, tell me why they're supposed to be higher dimensional beings, right? But they even use technology in their respective places, right?
May sound like a foreign word to some, but you all know what it is. The Death God, the Grim Reaper of Souls.
And a 17-year-old ginger with a badass sword.
Ichigo Kurosaki seemed like a pretty normal kid growing up, doing well in school and learning martial arts from his father. Except there was one little oddity. He could see ghosts.
Oh, it's like the kid from The Sixth Sense.
I see dead people.
One day when he was 9 years old and walking home with his mother, young Ichigo noticed what he thought was a girl about to fall into a river.
So naturally, he ran over to rescue her like the brave little kid he was.
Except it wasn't really a girl at all. It was a hollow, a monster spawned from an abandoned human soul, and it promptly killed his mother.
Bummer. Reminds me of how I lost my poor mama boomstick. She always hated that ghost in the barn.
Right. Well, Ichigo remained ignorant of the truth until years later, when he met a woman named Rukia, who held the illustrious job title of Shinigami, or Soul Reaper, a guardian of the dead who keeps balance in the universe by helping those who have passed move on to the afterlife. Otherwise, they turn into violent hollows.
And if you show up late to work and it doesn't work out, the Soul Reaper can always cut hollows down with their awesome swords, like samurai ghostbusters. Anyway, the two of them got into a bind, and Rukia had to share some of her power with Ichigo. Turns out he was a surprise Soul Reaper all along. Convenient.
When accessing his Shinigami power, Ichigo leaves his physical body for a new one made up of Reishi, or spiritual matter, which makes him invisible to anyone in the living world, despite still
Reishi,
being
that's what it
physically
is.
present.
Reishi. Did I say Ryatsu? I don't know what's Ryatsu. Where's Ryatsu from? I meant Reishi. Or unless they're both, I can't remember. But same
His new
difference.
powers make him super deadly. He can move with blinding speed, cut through giant monsters with ease, survive being punched through whole city blocks, and even fly through the air.
It's more accurate to say he walks through the air, using naturally occurring reishi as footholds.
But let's get to the dicey part of his getup. That awesome sword. It's a zanpakuto, a blade connected to its owner's soul. It may look like an oversized steak knife, but it's a soul reaper's best friend.
Every Shinigami possesses a Zanpakuto spirit within themselves, which manifests as their sword. Ichigo's is called Sengetsu. Well, both of them are.
Oh, here we go. Strap in, because this shit's about to get crazy.
Ichigo actually has two different Zanpakuto spirits drawn from his weird and confusing heritage.
Alright, so long story short, Ichigo's a soul reaper because his dad is too. But he's also part Quincy, which is a human with reishi powers, because that's what his mom was. But he's also part Hollow, because his mom was possessed by a Hollow called White, and White got passed on to him when he was born. Oh, and he's also part Fullbringer, but nobody cares about Fullbringers.
One of Ichigo's inner spirits is a manifestation of his Quincy side inherited from his mother, while the other is a fusion of his Shinigami power and the Hollow. Unfortunately, Shinigami and Quincy go together like oil and water.
While trying to find a balance between these two sides, Ichigo learned plenty of neat techniques, like his bread and butter attack, the Getsuga Tensho.
By concentrating his Reiatsu, or spiritual pressure, through his sword, Ichigo can launch a massive
see, like I was right.
attack.
Ryatsu. Okay, I knew it was something.
It's a sword beam, and Ichigo can charge it up, fire from up close, or even blast two of them at once.
From his Quincy side, Ichigo has used Blut Vina, a temporary defense which grants inhuman durability. From his Shinigami training, he developed exceptional sword skills and learned Shunpo, or Flash Step, which greatly enhances his speed.
But there's one really big deal we haven't talked about yet.
Over the course of his career battling Hollows and protecting his friends, Ichigo has attained many different superpowered forms, starting with the base Shinigami form, Shikai. Despite essentially being Ichigo's base, this form is strong enough to block an attack from the Sokyoku, said to have power equal to 1 million Zanpakuto.
The next step was Bankai. Normally it takes 10 years to reach this form, but Ichigo did it in just 2 days, like a boss.
When using Bankai, one's power can grow anywhere from 5 to 10 times greater. And according to the official data book, while in Bankai, Ichigo moves like lightning.
Wait, why does his sword shrink when he goes Bankai? Shouldn't it be bigger since he's stronger?
Technically, yes, but Ichigo can control its size to keep it more manageable. If Shinigami couldn't minimize their blades, some would have swords the size of skyscrapers.
Awesome! Anyway, the Hollow inside wanted a piece of the action too, so Ichigo gained a new power boost with a spoopy Hollow mask. This form is strong enough to lift 5 iron pillars, each weighing nearly 100 tons.
Though if he's not careful, the Hollow can take control of his body, sending him into a violent berserker state commonly referred to as Vastolorde. Despite the lack of consciousness, Vastolorde Ichigo could heal quickly and was strong enough to overcome Ulquiorra, who's powerful enough to nuke a city.
After some quality training with his dad, Ichigo got a sort of second Bankai, which most people call Dangai Ichigo. In this form, he shattered mountains without even trying. He broke through the Black Coffin attack, which distorts time and space, which sounds like a black hole. Right after that, he survived a shot so freaking big, the explosion could be seen for miles.
By comparing this crater to those left by real-life bomb tests, I'd estimate the attack to have a maximum explosive yield of 814 kilotons of TNT. That's like Ichigo surviving 54 little boys to the face. No. I meant the bomb from 1945, not the... Oh, God.
Well, try as those little boys might, all it did to Ichigo was burn his arm. And he didn't even care. This guy isn't the type to give up.
For his ultimate attack, Dangai Ichigo literally becomes the Getsuga Tensho itself. I know that's confusing, but just roll with it. To summon the incredibly powerful Mugetsu,
which busted up one of the biggest baddies in the whole series. But it also sacrificed all of Ichigo's powers. Well, that's a raw deal, but 17 months later he managed to get them back with Fullbringer powers, which enhanced his physical abilities. But then he lost those too.
It's worth noting that while in Fullbring Shikai, his normal sword swings were as strong as his old Getsuga Tensho.
But he still didn't give up. After training with some top-tier Soul Reapers and eating some food which gave him Super Ryatsu, the moment came. In the most epic quenching of all time, an entire sea disintegrated to form his new true Shikai, complete with not one, but two Zangetsu swords.
Finally balancing the Shinigami, the Hollow, and the Quincy within, Ichigo had reached his full potential. He tamed his Vastolorde form, merging it with his Quincy side. In this form, he can combine his Getsuga Tensho with one of the strongest Hollow attacks, the Gran Rey Serum.
He also made a trip that normally takes a week in only 9 hours and 15 minutes.
And last but not least, he achieved a brand new level of Bankai,
which was immediately crushed by some old dude who planned to destroy the universe named...
Let's talk about Yhwach real quick. Let's talk about Yhwach real quick. Now look, Chad, look. I hope y'all don't come for me in the comments. But I'm telling you, look, a lot of people, they like to scale Yhwach to like multiversal plus, just because of his ability to, with the Almighty, the ability to see in every possible future and, you know, change them. Mind you, in the final fight between, well, for one of the Fullbringers, I forgot his name, he has an ability that literally is like the opposite of the Almighty, which is like Book of the End, where he can create and change and alter the past. So that's one thing. But the final fight between Yhwach, Ichigo, Aizen, and then eventually Uryu, right? Someone who can see in every possible future and can change the outcome of those futures was able to be tricked by Aizen, who can only hypnotize the 5 senses. What sense does that make? Okay then. And then I'm not even gonna get into it. And then look, I'm not even gonna get into that. But they really should do, I don't know, did they? They should do an Aizen versus Sasuke fight. Sasuke slamming, but hey. And look, I'm not really I'm not biased. Like I love Bleach. Bleach is one of my favorite animes, but this ain't it.
It's probably inspired by the Hebrew name for God, Yahweh, and the katakana ends with a sharp ka sound, so Yhwach?
Yeah, what you gonna do? Well, we can assume this Bankai works similar to his old ones, increasing his physical speed and strength along with his Ryatsu tenfold. Even without his Bankai, he still cut Mustache Man to shreds.
And then he lived happily ever after. Until his kid became a Soul Reaper.
What'd he name him? Ichigo?
What? No, it's Kazumi.
Well, you might have got him mixed up with the other enchilada kid or whatever.
Close enough.
Now I'm Ichigo Kurosaki, substitute Soul Reaper. And I'm combining my powerful spirit energy with this blade in order to protect my friends!
Alright, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate once and for all.
But first, did you know that Naruto and Ichigo are named after food? Maybe you can find them in your next box from Blue Apron.
Is the number...
Blue Apron is...
Until I get a sponsorship, we're not doing sponsorships
The
anymore.
ingredients are perfectly proportioned and the instructions...
What's that energy? Is that a hollow?
Naruto, I sense a presence.
Whoa, he's invisible!
You can't see me? Good.
Quit running, coward!
Naruto, keep moving. I'll direct you.
see you.
Bring it on! Jetsuya!
Yo, not bad, but I'm still gonna beat your ass. Give me a freaking break. Is that the best you can do?
How we go backwards? Because if you think about it, the more time goes on, the character should get stronger. So you're telling me the Mugetsu version of Ichigo is stronger than his Horn of Salvation form, which is okay. And look, now he lost his power.
You bastard!
Who was that guy?
Okay, yeah, but like, am I tweaking or what? Because why would you revert to a form that you had before the final arc of the story? Like, if you think about it, the final version of yourself should be stronger than your previous versions. So, okay. I mean, look, I knew Naruto had it. I ain't gonna lie to you, chat. But look, because the durability already speaks for himself. Already speaks for itself. Bro was able to kick a truth-seeking orb, an orb that can erase things from existence on a universal scale. So, and then really, he didn't even really need to use Kurama's eyes to see him when he naturally should be able to sense him. But hey, man.
Damn, even without his...
So look, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, cause I saw the Madara versus Aizen. Madara got it. I already know.
Ichigo never gave up. What a badass.
Sorry, Bleach fans. I know you all really wanted to win, but unfortunately, this wasn't it.
Naruto had better training, a broader arsenal, and a better healing factor. And Ichigo's invisible ghost body didn't really matter.
Shinigami may be invisible, but they're still present in the physical realm and can be touched by normal people. Kurama...
Exactly. They're not four-dimensional constructs. They're not really ghosts. They're just invisible people.
individuals by simply sensing their emotions, and Naruto's even seen his own soul before.
And with Six Paths power, he can see and fight Madara's limbo clones, even though they were on a totally separate plane of existence.
Also keep in mind that while Chakra and Reishi have fairly different uses, they both contain spiritual energy.
Let's talk speed. Naruto can dodge light speed attacks and can move faster than lightning. A lightning bolt's return stroke is 220 million miles per hour, about 1/3 the speed of light. Ichigo has also displayed lightning fast speeds, and even greater.
Near the end of the series, Ichigo took a trip that should have taken 7 days, but instead took 9 hours and 15 minutes.
It's likely Garichi here was referencing his...
And look, they lucky that they even had to bring in, like, the Boruto version of Naruto, with the Baryon mode. So, well, I think because Bleach ended way before, and then Boruto is a separate story, so that's continuing. But and then this video was like 8 years ago. So yeah, but either way.
Speed, like Ichibei, who can knock his foes 2,440 miles away and appear next to him in a second. Yuachi guy beat him by going twice as fast, so we'll use that as Ichibei's limit.
With that, we can get the trip's total distance and conclude Ichigo's top speed is 319 million miles per hour. That's massively hypersonic, but not quite like speed.
Still, there's a difference between travel speed and reaction speed, as Naruto's already shown. Comparing them directly, Ichigo's best reaction should clock in at around 970 million miles per hour, 40% faster than light speed and Naruto's reaction time. Alright, point for Ichigo.
Speed alone wasn't enough, though, especially since Naruto's Sage powers gave him superb field awareness, making it difficult for Ichigo to land a fatal blow.
If he could even land something fatal at all.
Ichigo has always had a tough time damaging foes who have stronger spiritual energy than him. With that said, let's compare his Ryatsu to Naruto's chakra.
Bad news is, across both of them, the only multiplier we know for sure is Ichigo's times 10 Bankai. The times 10 is difficult to achieve, but for Ichigo's sake, let's assume he gets the maximum possible boost from every transformation.
His other forms likely don't boost his stats this much. For example, when he used his Hollow Mask to barely overpower an Arankar, the situation and its results were similar to his then comparable Shinigami friends releasing their limiters, which gave each of them a boost of times 5. However, let's give the benefit of the doubt and apply the maximum times 10 increase to all of Ichigo's forms that clearly increased his fighting potential, as well as stack them even though many forms were in separate unconnected power sets.
For the sake of argument, we're deliberately overestimating Ichigo's power. You'll see why.
So here's our formula, but where do we start? Okay, Bankai Ichigo with his Hollow Mask was on par with Ukiyora's first transformation, correct?
Well, nearly.
Ukiora states his new form can destroy the city of Las Noches in the hollow world of Huecomundo.
What's that, like Mexican hell?
Well, there is a wall.
Ha-ha!
Alright.
Las Noches.
Yeah, we're gonna end it right there, chat. That just blew the hell out of me. So we already know the outcome. So if y'all want, I mean, this video is old as hell. So if y'all want to go watch it, y'all can go watch it. But yeah, this was it. So this was video 2 of the day. I hope y'all enjoyed both of my videos. You know, like, comment, share, subscribe, yada yada yada, all that. Yeah. See y'all.